Hello everyone and welcome back to Weird Transfers FC. It's episode 3 and today we're gonna talk about a childhood dream that turned into a nightmare. A back injury that started as an excuse and ended as a real life headache. From superstar to dud. A transfer so expensive that it not only nearly broke one of the biggest football clubs in the world, but to this day, they are still trying to recover from it financially. Today, we talk about Philippe Coutinho and his disastrous transfer to Barcelona. Remember in our first episode, we talked about how some transfers made absolute sense when they happened, but later turned completely sideways? Well, this is the flag bearer episode of that category. So, when Liverpool signed Philippe Coutinho from Inter Milan in 2013, there was no fanfare, no hype, no guarantees. He was talented, yes, but inconsistent, lightweight, and still discovering his strengths. Liverpool took a punt, or should I say the transfer committee took a punt, because Brendan Rodgers was hell-bent on getting Domins rather than Coutinho. But slowly, that punt turned into gold. Coutinho found freedom at Anfield. He wasn't boxed into rigid expectations. He was allowed to drift, experiment, fail, and then try again. Early on, he formed exciting partnerships with Luis Suarez and Daniel Sturridge, playing without any pressure as the big guns handled it all. When Suarez left and when Sturridge faded, Coutinho didn't disappear. He kept growing. Liverpool brought in Jurgen Klopp, yet Coutinho remained the main guy. The attack increasingly ran through him. Long shots, slide rule passes, moments of magic. He became Liverpool's creative heartbeat. Under Klopp, Coutinho thrived, becoming a genuine world-class player. He became more aggressive, more decisive, more influential. When Sadio Mane arrived, when Mohamed Salah exploded onto the scene, when Roberto Firmino knitted everything together, Coutinho was still essential. He elevated the system. How so? Well, during the 2017-2018 season, the quartet of Coutinho, Salah, Mane and Firmino averaged a goal or an assist every 23 minutes. By then, Coutinho was reaching iconic status at Liverpool and around the world. And that's when Barcelona came calling. But to understand why Barcelona wanted Coutinho so badly, you need to understand what had just happened to them. In 2017, Neymar did the unthinkable. Barcelona never believed he would leave. To them, he was the one who would ultimately share the crown with Leo Messi. But Paris Saint-Germain triggered his release clause, paid a world record fee, and Neymar walked away. No, not just for money, but for his own identity. He wanted to step out of Messi's shadow and become the superstar. That left Barcelona with a huge hole. They needed a replacement, a Samba for a Samba, a symbol, a statement signing. And they chose Philippe Coutinho. At first, the interest was flattering. Then, it became persistent. Then, it became overwhelming. Coutinho's head was turned. He began looking unhappy on the pitch, and you can see it in his muted celebrations during his final 6 months at the club. Despite captaining Liverpool in Jordan Henderson's absence, his body language changed. Then came the infamous back injury, one that many felt was as much mental as physical. Coutinho wanted out. From his perspective, it made sense. Barcelona don't call twice. You don't turn that down. This was his dream. The Camp Nou, the shirt, the legacy. Liverpool resisted. Then resisted again. And finally they cashed in. Barcelona paid a world record fee for a Premier League player. And Philippe Coutinho became the man tasked with replacing Neymar. Here's where everything started to unravel. At Liverpool, Coutinho was the man. Attacks flowed through him, the ball found him, the team's rhythm bent around him. At Barcelona, everything already flowed through someone else. You know it, Lionel Messi. And then there was Suarez, and then a powerful established midfield. Coutinho suddenly wasn't central, he was supplemental. He didn't get the ball often enough to dictate games. When he did get it, he tried too hard. When he didn't, he drifted out of games. He was caught between roles. Not a pure winger, not trusted as a midfielder, not influential enough to displace Messi's gravitational pull on the field. He struggled. Confidence dipped. Performances became inconsistent. Applause turned into murmurs, and murmurs turned into whistles. And then came the bench. For a player signed to be the solution, sitting on the sidelines at Barcelona was brutal. Eventually, the unthinkable happened. Coutinho was loaned out, painfully to Bayern Munich, where fate, cruel as ever, delivered its final twist. Coutinho won the Champions League with Bayern Munich and in the process scored against Barcelona in one of the most humiliating defeats in their history. Even then though, he wasn't the star of the team, he was an impact player. Useful, talented, but no longer essential. When he eventually came back, he knew, and most importantly, Barcelona knew the dream was over. He was sold to Aston Villa. The humiliation and fall from grace was complete. A move that quietly marked the end of one of football's most expensive what-if story. Philippe Coutinho failed because the role and the system he thrived in didn't exist at Barcelona. He went from being the center of the story to a footnote in someone else's. And that's the tragedy. The move made sense on paper. It made sense emotionally. But football doesn't care about dreams. It's unforgiving and brutal. And with that, we close the chapter on Philippe Coutinho. From Liverpool's heartbeat to Barcelona's broken dream. Thank you for watching. As always, your support genuinely means a lot. Drop your suggestions for future episodes, and if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ciao, ciao.